Greetings of the day. This is Dr. Sabiha Azmi, Associate Professor, Department of English, Hamidia Girls Degree College. Today I am going to talk to you about Wordsworth's definition of poetry. William Wordsworth was the founder of the Romantic school of thought. He and his friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge together brought out the lyrical ballads. In the preface to the Lyrical Ballads, Wordsworth comes out with his famous definition of poetry. But before we come to his definition of poetry, let us take a look at the Romantic school of thought. The Romantic school of thought bases itself on imagination. Imagination is the bedrock of the Romantic school of poetry. Earlier to the Romantic school of poetry, when the neoclassical school of thought was prevalent, its writers, Alexander Pope and John Dryden, focused on logic, reason, and intellectuality. Wordsworth and other Romantic poets focused on imagination. Hence, imagination becomes the foundation stone, the bedrock of the Romantic school of poetry. In the preface to the Lyrical Ballad, Wordsworth says, "Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotions recollected in tranquility." Now let us understand and analyze Wordsworth's definition of poetry. Let us remember that this definition applies only to Wordsworth's poetry. It does not apply to any other Romantic poet, neither Coleridge nor Shelley nor Keats. It is applicable only and only to Wordsworth's poetry. So let us understand the key words that are used by Wordsworth in his definition of poetry. The key words are spontaneous, overflow, powerful feelings, recollected, and tranquility. Now let us ponder upon these keywords one by one. First of all, spontaneous. When Wordsworth says spontaneous, it means that poetry is a natural expression. It should come naturally to the poet. It is not a premeditated art, as was the case with the neoclassical poets. The thoughts, the feelings, emotions are so overwhelming that the poet is unable to control. And so we find they just overflow like a glass of water, overflowing. Since the poet is unable to constrain, to apply any restraint to this natural flow of emotions and feelings, he thinks or he ponders to write a poem. But this spontaneous overflow of emotions, if the poet begins to write there and then, spontaneous would become extempore. So Wordsworth is not using the word extempore, he is using the word spontaneous. It is natural, but it is not written at the spur of the moment. Wordsworth allows these emotions to cool. They They have overflowed, but that overflowing emotion needs to be restored. That mental balance has to be restored. And once it has been restored, Wordsworth recollects by adding this prefix re. That means that emotion has been, the emotion that he feels, that he is expressing, was felt, was experienced at some earlier stage. But at that point of time, he did not write the poem. He has written the poem when that intense emotion has passed. That moment of heat has passed, and now in a tranquil mood, in a peaceful frame of mind, he recollects those emotions, those feelings one by one and translate it into his poetry. So tranquility, recollection, these are important aspects of Wordsworth's poetry. I will try to explain this with a simple day to day example. We all know that poetry is a very blissful mode of communication. It is not an argument, it is not a presentation of any heated version. Rather, it is talking of peace, of bliss of the mind. So, in order to attain that blissful peace of mind, we need to pacify, we need to cool down, and we need to be in a tranquil frame of mind. So, the example that I'm going to cite is that of the purification process. How do we purify water? Very simple. We allow, we bring the water to boil. Once it is boiled, we do not drink that boiling water. In order that the impure elements settle down and we get pure distilled water, we allow the boiled water to cool. As it cools, the impurity settles down at the bottom of the container. Now, do we leave it there? No, we do not leave it there. We slowly pick up the container, take a sieve, and pour the boiled water slowly and slowly into another container, allowing the impurities not to come into the flow of water. So the impurities have settled down at the bottom of the container. What is being picked up, what is being brought into another, transferred into another container is absolutely clean water free of impurities. Similar is the situation with our emotions. Our emotions reach such a boiling point, such a heated point that it is unable, the author, the poet is unable to contain. They overwhelm him, overpower him, and these overpowering, overwhelming emotions just flow over. But these flowing emotions are allowed to cool. Once they are cooled, they have settled at the bottom. The writer picks up one by one, slowly and slowly, these emotions in a tranquil frame of mind and translates them into a poem. This is how a poem is born, and that is Wordsworth's definition of poetry. I hope you have understood. Thank you.